Hi, this video covers Chapter 7 Skills Review 7-24. You want to launch Photoshop and open up PS 7-2 to where you saved your chapter data files for this week. And you want to save it as the maze. So File, Save As. Save it somewhere you'll remember. Display the rulers and pixels. So if you don't see rulers up here, go to View, Rulers, and then make sure you do a right click or a control click. Make sure they're set to pixels. Reset the default brushes, then display the painting workspace. So you just want to make sure that you reset the default brushes. Go to your brush tool. Reset tool, presets, say OK. Okay. And then if you aren't on the painting workspace, most of the time you'll be in Essentials. You want to go to Painting. Select the Sharpen Tool. The Sharpen Tool is located under the Blur tool. You may see like a big drop. It's just shows up as like a triangle. Select the soft round brush with the size, which would be over here. And you want that size to be 27 pixels and a strength of 100%, which you can find up here in your control panel. Drag the pointer back and forth over the maze walls along the right edge of the image. It says to start at 740x and 20y and finish at 840x and 540y. You can open your info panel if you need to make sure you get close to that. I'm just estimating for this video, and I'm not going to be too specific. I just want to see that you know what you're doing here with the Sharpen tool using a brush. Okay. Select the Burn tool. The Burn tool looks like a little hand over here, and it may be under the Dodge tool if that's what defaults for you first. Select the hard round brush tip. It wants us to have a size of 19 pixels, so change that. And an exposure of 100%, which you can find up in your control panel. Okay, drag the pointer back and forth over the two dark red arrows. Just to make them a little more prominent. Okay. Use the Eyedropper tool to sample the image at the ball shadow with the Eyedropper tool. And we've got that here. We'll sample the image here. And that is what shows up in the fill. Whatever color was in the shadow with the eyedropper, that shows up right in the fill here. Select the brush tool, then select the soft round brush tip. Do that at the top again. It wants us to have a size of 17 pixels. Then toggle the brush panel if it's not already open. Choose Shape Dynamics, which is that very first one here. Set the size jitter control to fade. Mine's already there. Usually it's off. You can set it to fade here. Set the steps for size fade to 700. And then drag the pointer over the inside perimeter of the entire image. And you can perform this action several times. So go around the whole perimeter of that image and get as close as you can. Hold down Shift if you want a straight line. Close your brush panel if it's in the way. We are getting closer. Again, you don't really have to get perfect here, but I want to see that you can actually accomplish this. Do one more here. Okay, so now that I've gotten my whole perimeter covered, we move on to the next one here. Select the Patch tool. The Patch tool is located here underneath the little Band-Aid spot healing tool brush, and it's in the middle, Patch tool. It actually looks like a patch. Select the far left red arrow located, and it's right here, at 150x to 350y by outlining it with the Patch tool. So we'll outline that. And again, this will not be perfect because we are freehanding it there. All right. Select the Destination Option button, which is located up here in your control panel. Drag the selection up and to the right to the cubicle located at approximately 500x to 140y. So I'm just going to put it right there. Yay! Deselect the selection, so Control D. Save your work, Control S. And now we're going to create and modify a brush tip. Create a brush called 25 Pixel Sample. So you'll want to go to the brush panel, go to New Brush Preset, and then you want to name that 25 Pixel Sample. Say OK. If you hover, it tells you the name and it's been added to the brush presets. Change the existing settings using the brush tip shape area on the brush panel to the following diameter. You want to go back up to the brush tip shape. The following diameter is 25 pixels, angle 15 degrees, roundness 80%, hardness 15%, spacing 65. And then use the new brush and the current foreground color to fill in the remaining white space surrounding the perimeter of the image. Okay, so if you have white space here, you'll want to use this brush to sort of cover it up the remaining white space. I have a little bit on the edge, so I'm just perfecting what I've done before. Okay. Save your work. And now we're going to use the Smudge Tool. Select the Smudge Tool. The Smudge Tool is underneath that Burn Tool. Oops, I'm sorry, it's underneath the Sharpen Tool that we used earlier. And it looks like a little finger smudging. Select the Spatter 24 pixels brush tip. So find that, hover over Spatter 24 pixels, and then select it. Verify that the finger painting checkbox is selected, which you find up in your control panel. Make sure that's checked. Use the normal mode and 70% strength. Mode normal, 70% strength up in the control panel. Drag the pointer in a jagged line from the top left to the bottom right of the image. Use the Spot Healing Brush tool with the Content Aware setting on your choice of brush size to clean the dirt in the area around 350 to 175Y. We'll do that in a moment. So first drag the pointer in a jagged line from the top left to the bottom right. Okay, did that. Use the Spot Healing Brush tool with the Content Aware setting on your choice of brush size. So the Spot Healing tool up here. And I'd like to go to my info panel just to see exactly where they want me to be on the XY axis. So make sure that Content Aware is selected for that Spot Healing Brush. Okay, and so 350x to 175y. To clean up the dirt in the area. I guess we'll just go here. We'll do some here too. We'll even clean up the smudge just a smidge.